That's right, it's the 8:05 post-show for the Lexus Pipe Pro presented by YETI Finals Day, and it was an incredible start to the World Surf League's Championship Tour here on the North Shore of Oahu. What a time. Welcome to the set, Kaipo Guerrero, along with Flick Palmateer and Ross Williams. We waited a long time, Flick, but we've had two incredible days of surfing here.
Oh, it was well and truly worth the wait. I think Surfline nailed it, WSL nailed it. It was a memorable last couple of days.
It was a memorable finals day, Ross.
Yeah, it was insane. And classic North Shore. We saw everything. We saw a week of rain. Everyone was at home watching movies. We saw a giant, emotional, gnarly, scary day yesterday. And then today, fun backdoor. A little bit of everything on the North Shore.
A little bit of everything and some epic pipeline. We saw the women push it once again. We saw the triumphant return of Tyler Wright to the winner's circle. And we saw back-to-back Barron. I'm talking about Barron Mamiya going back-to-back here at Pipeline. He's going to join a list of some great surfers: Jerry Lopez, Rory Russell, Larry Blair, Tom Carroll, of course, Kelly Slater, Andy Irons, and now you can put Barron Mamiya on that list. Here's the bracket, and here was his road to this victory, Flick.
Yeah, I mean, he didn't have an easy road. I mean, he's obviously standout surfer, and on paper, yeah, favourite, but he came up against hard opponents. I mean, Jake Marshall, Italo in the semi. I mean, Italo just had so much energy. He felt like he had a sort of momentum and a roll as well. And then in the final, I mean, can you ask for anything more?
And Ross, don't forget the superheat. Barron Mamiya up against John Florence yesterday in pumping pipe.
Yeah, insane. He's done it against everyone. Everyone that's really spooky in this draw, he nailed it. And Barron is insane. Like, he's just so comfortable out here. But on top of that, he's feeling the vibe. A little throw, like tribute to Kelly Slater. He's kind of emotional. He's just trying to draw these feelings from, he talked about that story of getting that barrel and knowing he was going to win this event. So he's got a good mix of that sort of spiritual element that Kelly Slater has. And on top of that, he's just a brute.
Yeah. Here's his semifinal up against Italo Ferreira, Flick.
Yeah, this one really impressed me because I could see both these guys gaining momentum, and we saw what Italo did at WSL Finals with momentum. He was just feeding off that and, getting so excited, and these guys just sort of going blow for blow. And you know what was crazy to me? It just seemed like, and to talk about the spiritual side of it and being like the emotional side, when Barron was out there, it seemed like the biggest sets of the day would always just come through. And it's like, he's obviously putting himself in that position, but I don't know, there's some sort of weird juju going on there, I think. It just was incredible to watch.
That was cool too, Kaipo, right there. He kind of really won that paddle battle there, so that's the competitive side of things. And then, of course, he did the Barron late drop backside. That gave him that 8.17. That gave him the better backup score that just gave him the edge over Leo. Really close heat here.
Yeah, this was 9.8. Leo Fioravanti, however, Flick, answered back in a big way.
Yeah, I mean, he did. He had a big job ahead of him. He got the 8.87 and then, really went large. And when I watch this back, I'm like, wow, this is splitting hairs. I mean, it doesn't get closer than this. I mean, it was a draw in the end, and it went down to the highest single wave score. I mean, for me, it's right there.
We were thinking layback snap right there and maybe would have gave him the edge. He definitely won as far as tube time. He had a few more seconds in the barrel, but the drama helped Barron. Little gnarlier waves.
Yeah, the intensity and the celebration on the beach, like I said, back to back. Barron Mamiya, and he's going to shed that red jersey. He'll be in yellow at stop 2 on the championship tour. Taking a look at the numbers, and like you said, Flick, look at the heat totals. They're tied. So what we do in that instance, we go to the single highest wave, and that's when that 9.8 came into play, and a W for the North Shore boy, Barron Mamiya.
That was insane. I mean, the 9.8, he said he was surprised. And Barron, I really like Barron. He's a good kid. I've known him since he was his little baby here on the North Shore, and he's humble. But he's not afraid to express himself when he's stoked. Like, for him to be stoked on that 9.8, that means he was nice and deep. So that gave him the edge in that final.
Yeah, that's right. Well, Flick, talking about on the women's side, we've been talking so much about the new guard, the new generation, the new chapter of professional women's surfing, but Tyler Wright came to Pipeline and said, not so fast. Tyler Wright taking out a win here, her 17th of her career. Here's her road to that victory.
Yeah, I mean, also not an easy one. Caroline Marks, you know, recent world champion the last couple of years. Then to Lakey into the semis, and then obviously current world number 1, Katie in the final. But Tyler sort of surfed away into momentum today, I think. She just got sort of better and better, and what I saw from her is just really good positioning and a really good read, and smart decisions under priority a couple of times, just trying to make it work. Just really drawing on all that veteran knowledge, I feel, just because, especially the final, when I think about that, that wasn't the kind of textbook final you'd think, you know, with all the sets coming her way. She really had to draw on some of that ability and just that veteran knowledge that you spoke to each other.
Yeah. Semi-final up against Lakey Peterson here for Tyler. Ross.
Yeah, I think she's just a veteran. She surfs like a vet. She got some good barrels today. She's obviously surfs well in the barrel. But when you compare her to Katie and Molly and some of these younger girls, you know, they have that edge over her because they take off later. They're a little crazier with the air moves and all that stuff. They have that magic, that edge. But Tyler is very smart. She's wily. She's not going to give you the heat. And she surfed well on top of that. So she's like the heat check. She's going to make sure you outperform her.
Yeah, Tyler Wright with the victory in a grindy final. Let's be honest with you. It was a grindy final. It was hard to find. Pipe and backdoor were coming through cycles, right? And it was a grindy final, but it's who plays the game the best that ends up being the winner. And we'll take a look at the numbers so you can see what I'm talking about, a grindy final. 6 on 1.7 to a victory. Katie Simmers just couldn't find it out there. I do want to mention to about Katie Simmers. In my book, in my opinion, she was still really the best surfer in the overall presentation of this event, but just did not make it happen in the final.
Yeah, you think about performances, the numbers that have been put down the whole event, of course, Katie, but the final was hard. There was hardly any sets that came through. There was lackluster opportunity, and Tyler capitalized just underneath pressure.
She had a chance. Katie had a chance. The 4.9, she had the buzzer beater, and I love her.
Yeah.
You know, she's such a purist. She paddled super deep, and she pulled in late, got deep, but it was just a little too deep. And
yeah.
The purist got the best of her in that one.
Yeah, because she could have safety surfed for that one, right?
I think she would have got the 4.9, but that's why we love her.
Yeah, that's
it's not like she's not going to win like a million more events in her life. So.
She's got a big future, and looking towards the future of women's professional surfing. A lot of it begins with the WSL Rising Tides. Let's look at the activation that we did here on the North Shore.
You guys said you had a question?
Oh, me. Who's your biggest inspiration?
I'm really inspired by my mom, my parents, my brothers.
I'm inspired by my mom.
My mom, my sister, my grandma, all of you guys, like all of these guys. So we're here for the first stop of the 2025 Championship Tour at WSL Rising Tides. We're here with Body Glove and Neutrogena, and we're here to take over Turtle Bay.
Oh my gosh, my heart is like racing.
Oh, life's so sweet.
It's so cool to have Erin here now in this full circle moment. She was there at the very first Rising Tides that we ever did, and now she's here as one of the icons of the sport.
The first Rising Tides I did was kind of around when I first started surfing, and I was able to hang out with girls like Carissa and Stephanie. They were so nice to me and so encouraging. Since I was a beginner, I didn't know too much, and they're even giving me tips and stuff.
What advice do you have for a young competitive surfer like us?
I wanted to be able to compete with them one day, so that definitely motivated me to work hard. And now I'm here, so it's kind of crazy.
There's so many women who have participated in Rising Tides that are now on tour that I really think it shows you how much this program is doing for women surfing. I know for sure it's really inspiring many women, but other than that, it's really creating and breeding these world champions for the future.
Rising Tide!
It's a great activation, Flick, and I'm sure we're going to see some of those young ladies on tour in some time.
Oh, I have no doubt. It's become a real movement, you know, and it's become a real moment. And at each event. It's so cool to have these opportunities for these young girls and women to surf with their idols.
Yeah, and Ross, one thing that we saw in that rising tide, we saw Aaron Brooks in there. It was a surprise to me not seeing Aaron here on finals day. And so it just shows how tough a rookie season can be.
Yeah, I mean, she was one of everyone's favorite. She's so young. She's got so much ahead of her. That was so cute to see her at, like 6 years old asking that question. What is she now? She's 7.5. I feel like she's such a baby girl. I'm still on tour. Man, there's a lot of years ahead of her. But yeah, it's nice that the WSL has open arms to show like, hey, there's a pathway to this career.
Yeah, there sure is. Well, now it's time to make things official. Let's go to the official awards presentation with Joe Turpel. Take it away, Joe.
Thank you so much, Kaipo. Hi, everybody. Thanks for being here on finals day. Give yourself a round of applause. You guys are definitely a part of surfing history. Stop number 1 of the season here at the Lexus Pipe Pro, presented by YETI. What a story it was. From the waves we had yesterday, the 10-point rides from Jack Robinson, the performance from Al Cleland Jr. to answer back. The battle once again with Barron and John Florence. Unbelievable to see that. Always Moana Jones-Wong coming from deep in this event, representing the queen of pipeline herself and our wild card GOAT. Let's hear it for Kelly Slater, man. Still giving us memories. 33 appearances at this event. So important to be here in Hawaii, the birthplace of surfing, and here on the North Shore of Oahu. So special for the championship tour to start right here at Pipeline. I mean, going back to 71, Fred Hemmings put a table on the beach, invite-only final, and look where we're standing today, from the legends like Jeff Hackman, Jerry Lopez, Rory Russell, Larry Blair, to Johnny Boy Gomes, Michael Ho, Jamie O'Brien, Andy Irons, the Kelly dynasty, the Ho brothers. Man, it's so much to talk about in the most important event of the season. We'd like to really focus on being here in Hawaii, the birthplace of He'inalu as a cultural practice and a competitive sport. We'd like to mahalo first and foremost Kanaka Maoli as well as Kama'aina, who for generations have embodied true aloha and sharing and perpetuating surfing while stewarding these oceans and coastlines that we all enjoy. So mahalo to Hawaii, the North Shore community, and all those who have come before us and are here today, bringing us all together through riding waves and surfing. Thank you so much. Big special thanks to Laiana Kanoa Wong from Na Kamakai and Kumau Productions for leading a beautiful opening ceremony and blessing, not just here at Pipe, but also at the Lexus WSL Awards. And of course, want to thank the city and county of Honolulu and the state of Hawaii for all the support. This community, the Pipe community, the surfers that give us the lineup for the event as well. Also the Hawaiian Water Patrol, those ocean guardians, the lifeguards that are keeping everybody safe. Let's give it up for them, man. It's impossible to do the event without them. Big thanks to Kimo, Kanaka Solutions, making sure everybody's safe from the ground up, doing a great job every year and always greeting us with that spirit of aloha. Thanks so much, you guys. Big thanks to our title sponsor, Lexus. Thank you to our presenting sponsor, YETI, our event partners, 805 Beer, Florence Marine X, Visla, Bonsoy, Pacifico, White Claw, Open Water, Hawaiian Tourism Association, Surfline, True Surf, Spectrum Hawaii, Amazon Aero, Body Glove, Neutrogena, Lulu Lei, and bouquets for the beautiful lei you're going to see on our finalists today. Let's give our supporters a round of applause. Always some great friends with me to give me support on stage. It can be scary up here. Thanks to Jesse Miley Dyer for all you do for pro surfing. Renato Hickel celebrating 35 years of being a part of Championship Tour surfing. Let's give it up for Renato. Yeah, he's still young, still a grommet. Now let's get to our champions. This finalist has been here before. He is so passionate and so fired up. He's kicking off the season, world number 2. Your runner-up in the final of the Lexus Pipe Pro, presented by YETI, Leo Fioravanti. Let's go. Leo Fioravanti, runner-up to Jack Robinson a couple of years ago. Always improving. He's been through a lot of pipe, including a broken back about 8 years ago, holding that trophy up. Leo, I know this must be tough. I mean, the way you turned around that final, was one of the most brilliant comebacks I've seen, and I'm sure it stung when it ended in a tiebreak. I only remember one tiebreak final decision. It was at Bell's when Adriano lost to Mick. I mean, it's very rare. The way you came back in that heat, how were you keeping your head so strong when Barron got off and running on you?
You know, first of all, congratulations to Barron. He is one of the greatest pipe surfers of all time. I truly believe that. And I just believed in myself. I just tried to stick what I know. I think I surfed this wave pretty well. And there was still 20 minutes left. Barron had me in combo, but I just thought, you know what? 2 backdoor waves can do it. And needing a 9.11 and getting a 9.1, it's tough. It's tough, but I am very proud of myself for coming back and giving myself that chance. You know, I could have just easily kind of taken the defeat after Barron had 18 points. So I'm proud of myself, and I'm stoked to be here. Thanks to my family right there. They're the best. So much support, and love you all.
It seemed like a different calm. I don't know if I'm making this up, but I felt it. In your interviews, you're always professional, but it felt like you were in the zone throughout this event. Did you feel it?
I did feel something was definitely happening from the first day, just getting into a good rhythm. I just tried not to overthink it. I tried to surf pipeline. I think pipe really picks a winner, and I think this time pipe wasn't too sure who was going to win. So you have to let the judges decide.
Well said, Leo. You've got a lot to be proud of. That was an impactful performance. I think it's going to mean more than pro surfing than you realize. Enjoy world number 2 heading into the second stop. Yeah. Let's hear it for Leonardo Fioravanti. What a legend, total professional. And one of the wildest comebacks into that final, finishing in a tiebreak. Now let's introduce your runner-up. You've seen her before, 19 years of age now, the youngest world champ from last year. Runner-up in the final, Katie Simmers. Congratulations. Really fun to watch. Katie Simmers getting the win last year, showing up in the final for the 2nd consecutive season and coming very close to going back-to-back. There's so many great things sometimes we see from the beach. Is there one major highlight from this trip here at Pipeline that's really standing out to you for the memory book?
Honestly, just how beautiful this wave is. I think just like watching this wave from inside and out, whether you're in the barrel or just watching it from the beach, is like one of the most beautiful things ever. So just sitting there like last night and just seeing it happen was pretty cool.
I enjoy seeing the banter, especially with you and Molly when you're in the water, and how wild that heat started as she went around, started, but then you got the bomb behind it. How fun is that rivalry? And by the way, you're undefeated over Molly Picklum, 5-0 now. Isn't that wild?
Yeah, that heat was so fun. I kind of just wish the final was like just like a barrel shootout, but kind of had just, sometimes she sleeps, and the ocean definitely slept during our heat. So, but Tyler is a very smart competitor, and she just got the waves, and congrats to her. Yeah.
Well done, Katie, and kicking off the year, world number 2. Best of luck throughout the season.
Yeah, thank you to everyone who supports me and all of my friends and family, and yeah.
Let's hear it for Katie Simmers, runner-up in the event, now world number 2, heading into the stop 2. Now this guy, born and raised on the North Shore of Oahu, winning the event last year for the first time after he saw a vision that he knew he could go all the way. Now he's gone back-to-back, building his legacy. Your champion of the Lexus Pipe Pro, presented by YETI, Wright and Mamiya. Surfers have only gone back-to-back about 6 times. Last one to do it was Andy Irons. Jerry Lopez has done it. Roy Russell has done it. Barron Mamiya has done it from last year, knowing how huge that was. We were just talking about that moment in your career last season, but to build on your legacy and to hold court and protect your local lineup, how does that feel?
Yeah, first of all, Leo, that was an insane final. For you to come back like that was crazy. But yeah, like you know, just yesterday and the heat with John, everything was just pretty crazy, and yeah, I really can't believe it happened again, and I'm super grateful.
Yeah, pretty wild that you brought up the John heat, because that was the final last year, round of 16 this year. Nathan Florence was saying how crazy it was that it was eerily the same, just with the waves you guys got, your 10 to kick things off. Did you feel like you had done this before?
Yeah, it was pretty crazy. Like in the heat, when I went on that wave, like when it was coming in, it looked like the scariest possible pipe wave, and we weren't the heat with priority, and Joao was kind of looking at it for a second, and then he didn't go, so I was super late. And yeah, when I took off, I was like, oh, this is really scary. Hopefully I don't fall, because I might be getting seriously hurt. But yeah, I came out, and it was a pretty insane feeling just to, you know, come out and get a 10 against John again. And then the rest of the heat was just crazy. I knew he was going to come back. And yeah, he got some crazy waves, and it was a good heat.
Yeah. So many of your peers, like Josh Moniz, calling it the best technical wave ever ridden here at Pipe, that 10-point ride against John. Back to Leo, though, quickly, because you were lights out in the start. And then to have him come back in and then be a tie break, were you kind of running away with it and starting to think about the second victory, or was it rattling when Leo started taking fire?
I don't know. I was trying to, like, keep cool, because there was, like, 22 minutes left, and Leo's obviously an insane competitor at Pipe. He's made the final before, and he's made finals day like the last 3 years, I think. But yeah, it was. I knew he was going to come out like swinging no matter what was going to happen. And there's like 22 minutes left, and I made a few bad decisions, and then he got a good wave, and then he paddled back out and had priority, and they got another good wave. And I was just like, oh, what am I doing? And I heard the beach going crazy, and I was just like, damn, what was I thinking? Like, why did I like go on these bad waves? But yeah, and then I kind of just was like, kind of regathered myself after his second score drop. I was like, okay, just sit here. If you see a wave that comes in that's over an 8, then you go. And I just kind of simplified it for myself. And yeah, another wave didn't come in, but yeah.
Congratulations, Barron. Early night tonight?
Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. I got a flight to catch tomorrow, but yeah, we'll probably have fun.
Enjoy the moment. Wright and Mamiya, your champion in back-to-back seasons, and now world #1 heading into stop #2. Now this surfer is a legend of the sport, a 2-time world champ, now winning her 17th championship tour victory on page 1 of the all-time win list. Your champion of the Lexus Pipe Pro, presented by YETI, Tyler Wright.
Thank you so much.
Tyler Wright's been so consistent, winning the Maui continuation event out here, losing to the Queen of Pipeline the following year in the semifinals, runner up to Riss, and how about this one? Taking the win over Katie Simmers. Wow, got some hardware there. That's a beautiful trophy. First of all, just holding a pipe trophy like this. You had one when the tour was took by surprise, and you finished the Maui event here. How does this one feel different?
I saw these earlier in the week, and I really wanted it. And I'm really stoked that I got it.
Well, obviously there was a system in place to be able to actually hold this. What was that system like? How did you pace yourself round by round?
You know, I think I really tried to bring in a lot more joy, and like I feel like after last year I was injured a lot, and that didn't help with the sort of love of it and the joy of it, and that's what I really felt here. And it was so cool to have a final with Simmons out there. She's like the queen of pipeline to me, and absolutely awesome seeing them have like a little backdoor shootout in the semi between Molly and Simmers as well. So that was really cool, and the boys did incredible, and yeah.
With this win for you, you do move up to equal 7th on the all-time win list, tied with legendary surfer Frida Zambo, 4-time world champ. What does that mean to you?
Yeah, honestly, I don't know. I think it's one of those ones where I'm like, I think about all the seconds that I've had, and I'm like, there's a lot of seconds. I'm pretty sure there's more seconds than wins. So hopefully trying to change that in the back end over the next few years. So yeah, but I'm happy. It's great.
Such a joy to see you doing your thing and taking another big title in your career and world #1 at the moment. Enjoy this, Tyler, and can't wait to see you do your thing again.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Thank you, everyone.
Tyler Wright, your champion, world #1, and also Barron Mamiya, our great finalists, Katie Simmers and Leonardo Fioravanti, on behalf of WSL. Thanks so much for watching and be a part of this historical event. Can't wait to see you next time. We'll send it back to the 8:05 post show with Kaipo. Thanks so much.
All right, well, there you go. It is official. Tyler Wright and Barron Mamiya out in the lead as we start the World Surf League Championship Tour season. And thank you to Lexus, the LX, the LS, the GX, all the Lexus models looking smooth. And thank you, Lexus, for all the support. Well, wow, Ross, the train's left the track. The tour is going right now, and we got back-to-back Barron Mamiya for the 3rd time in his young career wearing the yellow leaders jersey.
Yeah, it's insane. So he's going to have to take that momentum and carry it through to Abu Dhabi and that point break over there. But, man, what a start.
Let's take a look at our top 10 flick, and familiar names there, but the triumphant comeback, in my book, of Ian Govea and the rookie performing outstanding George Patar. What stands out to you?
I mean, of course, the rookie George Patar, 100%, but just moving into Abu Dhabi, obviously totally different wave system. I'm looking at Italo, I'm looking at Felipe there. I mean, people that are really going to maximize that time above the lip, all those different variations of the airs. Yeah, I think this is going to change potentially after we are finished in Abu Dhabi, but great start to the year.
Nice shot of our champions again, all of our finalists here this year. And now, Flick, we're going to take a look at the women. You know, so Tyler Wright and the speech that she gave, coming back fresh after a difficult 2024. And we talked about the change of the guard, but Tyler, she's on top. She's in the yellow leaders jersey, and here's our top 10.
Yeah, it's super exciting, right? I mean, and then you got to think, Kyla mentioned it. She said, I don't think anyone really knew how injured I was last year, and I maybe didn't let it on so much, but what's that going to do for her confidence this year after a winless 2024? I think it's going to be exciting. I think she's going to be fired right up.
I am excited about that as well. Well, Ross, can't go surfing without a surfboard. And so we're celebrating with our Vissla Shaper rankings. This is the start of the season there. Let's see how the Shapers and the factories have done after the conclusion of the Lexus Pipe Pro with those Vissla Shaper rankings. Oh ho, all the homework by Channel Islands paying off there on the top of the heat, Ross.
Yeah, and Britt's been hanging out. Britt Merrick's been hanging out all a couple of weeks here in Hawaii with his team. So all that hard work from the guys at Channel Islands paying off, and of course Barron doing the hard work.
Our 2-time defending champ lost surfboards, got some ground to make up, Flick.
Yeah, he's definitely got ground to make up, but I mean, all hope's not lost. It's a long year, and he has got the most surfers on the tour in his wheelhouse. So he's heading into a wave where I think a lot of them might do quite well.
Well, the hot rods are coming up for Surf Abu Dhabi Pro. That starts February 14th, and this is what you're looking at for stop number 2. The basin is huge. The water is a saline-based water. It's a perfect wave, and now the surfers, Ross, are going to have to put together runs in this format.
Yeah, it's going to be really fun to watch. I can't wait to tune in. And guys like Felipe, who's going to bust like 10 air reverses in a row. You got Italo, who's just going to be jumping all over the place. Ethan doing his slicing and his carving. Such just a 180 from surfing pipe. It's going to be really fun to see all the high performance.
It's good to see the adjustment, and also it's going to be a really quick turnaround. People are hopping on planes right now. Remember, that starts February 14th for stop number 2, the Surf Abu Dhabi Pro. Well, let's celebrate this stop number 1, though, and for that, Flick, we're going to look at our Eero top 5 moments of this event. And at number 5, ouch, it's the wipeout.
Oh, we had a lot of people looking for lobsters, looking for crayfish. I mean, they were absolutely going down. Yesterday was packed full of them, and that's what happens when you come to a wave like Pipeline. It's super consequential, and I mean, the best of the best, it's just happening to everyone.
Number 4, Kelly Slater, Ross.
insane. You know, he was just at home hanging out on the East Coast with his family, with his newborn baby, and he just shows up at Pipe last minute and does this. It's so automatic for Kelly, and I hope he does it until he's 75 years old, because I think he can.
Number 3, perfect 10s. We're starting with this one with Jack Robinson.
Yeah, absolute wizardry. I don't expect any less from Jack. However, they didn't actually end up getting the win in this heat, and then this one. In my books, probably one of the most technically critical waves ever in that pipe.
Barron Mamiya and our women's champ. Let's celebrate Tyler Wright.
Yeah, Tyler is solid. You know, she just put heat to heat, back to back together. A very smart competitor. Surfed smooth, looking good on rail too, looking pretty solid on those Pizel boards. And she looked very relaxed over here. What a great start for Tyler. It's a long year, and to start with the win under your belt, that's how you do it.
Great surfing, and she's looking on point. The celebration began here on the beach. Her wife Lily in the background, and our men's champ back-to-back, Barron Mamiya flick.
Yeah, this final was absolutely incredible, right? I mean, when you're drawing up the perfect final and for the most excitement, the best storyline, you couldn't have thunk up something better. I mean, Barron got away with this in the first sort of 15 minutes, and I was like, okay, wow, he's definitely got the win here. But for Leo to actually fight back, and then for it to be a heat, like a draw, and then go back to the highest single wave being Barron, I mean, you just, it couldn't have been better. It really, like, for me, that was one of the most exciting finals I've ever watched here.
Your final thoughts, Flick?
You can go first, Ross.
We're going to go to Ross.
Okay. You know, we had a little bit of everything, weather-wise, wave-wise, here on the North Shore, and that's what I like. It puts everyone to test it, makes them test their range. I'm really, really excited, though, for the whole year. Looking at the schedule with J-Bay back on the schedule, lowers back in normal rotation, finishing in Fiji. I'm just a Grom. I'm a psyched surf Grom. I can't wait to watch it all year, and this felt like a great, great start.
It was a great start, Flick. Final word?
Oh, incredible.
Incredible.
You said word.
That's right, and you did get that word in. And we got some flights to catch. Remember, the Surf Abu Dhabi Pro starts in less than a week, February 14th. Catch it on WorldSurfLeague.com and enjoy the end of event highlights. Aloha.
The Lexus Pipe Pro, presented by YETI, is on like popcorn.
Oh my, talk about the score.
And now lining up a big hollow pig, Bella Nichols, how you feeling?
It was an incredible day. I think when we rocked up this morning, everyone was sort of surprised at how much swell there was. It overperformed and just kept getting more and more groomed throughout the day. The performances were next level. Some of the matchups were insane. 2 10s, I mean, what more could you ask for?
Felipe Toledo, backdoor trainer, down the line speed. He's deep, he's covered. Felipe is coming out, only Toledo. Oh, red, white, Allen Cleland Jr. Hola, senor, and backdoor, still going, coming out again. Allen Cleland Jr. Are you kidding me?
Firing back, Jack Robinson.
Oh my, drops in, Bravo, Auto Magic in the barrel, and Jack Robinson is coming out! Mr. Auto Magic, take that!
Check out this number, our first perfect 10 of the season.
What about this heat right now? John, and Barron.
This wave right here. Barron Mamiya.
Dropping in, pulling up. The ultimate thing you want to do is get a perfect ride, and Barron Mamiya just did that. Check that out. 10s all the way across the board.
As we see John out the back.
Big backdoor barrel. John in a cave.
He's driving through. John Flores finds the exit. Wow!
What an incredible heat. Like, absolutely incredible.
What a day. What a day, what a day, what a day.
What a morning here on the North Shore of Oahu. What more could you be thankful for coming into a Saturday morning like this?
Stroking into this one, finds the bottom, comes off the bottom, and then stalls. Gets the hand drag, gets the barrel still in there. Nicely done. Tyler Wright at backdoor on a right.
Cruise in, tuck in the barrel, looking so casual. Katie Simmers yanks on the rail of that Porsche design.
Here goes Italo. A lot of speed down the line. Boost! Oh, wow.
Wow, that was like a 720.
That was not a helicopter. That was Italo Ferreira.
Here we go, Ian Govea. He's going backdoor. He's grabbing rail. He's slotted. He's pitted. He's barreled, and he is coming out.
Wow. Ian Govea on a dream run here at the Lexus Pipe Pro.
Tyler Wright locking in. Nice clean rail work on the takeoff. So much speed, really deep on this racetrack, and look at that.
I mean, what a battle between these two rivals.
Oh, in the barrel, that is Katie Simmers, and she's coming out. Barron going left, grabbing a rail, Barron in the barrel. Barron and Barron, my man Mamiya coming out.
Theo on the hunt for wave number 2, Cole straight in a back door. He's driving, still in there. And he comes flying out.
And we're closing out this final. It is the veteran, a two-time world champ, Tyler Wright, taking out the Lexus Pipe Pro presented by YETI. Australians are screaming on the beach. Leo now taking this wave up and under. Still traveling, he's holding his line well. The Italian needs to make this thing, and he does it. Barron now rolling in, wave number 3, super hollow. He's got the pace, Mamiya makes it again. Officially getting it done for Hawaii. Lexus Pipe Pro champion presented by YETI. Barron Mamiya, now your world number 1. This copyrighted event broadcast is produced by the World Surf League for broadcast around the world and may not be retransmitted, reproduced, rebroadcast, or otherwise distributed or used in any form without the written consent of the World Surf League.